What is it that you don't like about Figma these days? What do you still like? Let's start with the positives.
Okay.
Morning, positive, sunshine.
Um, I think AI slope makes it even easier. What I really like is Figma, like it or not. When it comes to thinking about product design and product evolvement, I think it's still giving you the best opportunity to think in design. It's still the best tool to think in design. This is my take. I really feel comfortable making architecture, the structures, the auto layouts, and some design systems and move very, very fast in the direction that I want.
Maybe it's a bit of overlapping one from my end, but the more AI interaction we do, like with any tool, from the major ones to more micro ones, let's say, you always type or talk, dictate something, do this, do that, explain, explain, explain. But the good bit, I feel kind of like unchained when I'm using Figma. I can
Same
simply
feeling.
do, yeah, I don't need to describe every
Exactly.
single bit.
Yeah.
Like I can simply go and do it. It's much quicker.
Maybe that's why we will come to that point also, but maybe that's why we still don't like Figma Make that much. Or
Look, I see the point with Figma Make, lovable. There are many upsides. We use them for certain reasons as well. But my point is, like also in real life, so non-tech, non-product, also in the human interaction, sometimes you do it rather than like explaining. It's easier.
especially if you are a professional in any niche, think about instead of explaining yourself to maybe a junior or your assistant, you just do it. It's faster. This is what you say, and this is what I think also about Figma. Exactly. So it's like on chain, you just move forward.
On that basis, I quite liked their agent interaction.
You quite
Like
like it.
first you go to the you select the frame or
Mm-hmm.
the variant of a
Mm-hmm.
component, etc. Some sort of frame, let's say, and then you can describe over there with a small bar,
So
and
you
then
like that gesture or the user experience in
UX
Okay.
part
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, because it's a hard thing to solve, right? Let's make
Yeah.
agents on Figma. Okay, but where? Where not to distract people?
Also on the same subject, maybe it's me being dumb. I couldn't make the agents work.
No, I think you are not alone because yesterday, did you watch the yesterday short clip that I made here?
Which I no, I
Okay.
didn't.
Um, I, I was complaining about that. I think they are too far behind uh, with this AI thing because this is an AI feature, right?
Yeah.
An agent we are talking about. And the things that we can be able to do with Codex or Claude Code or Gemini is mind blowing, whereas the agent couldn't get the simplest form of take my design system. I think you have experienced that thing.
I tried it with multiple different scenarios to say. From let's say basic, intermediate, and I haven't tried it on an advanced level because I couldn't made it through the basic and the intermediate part. I couldn't made it work, to be fair. Like I checked people do demos about it. Can you create me this login flow? Okay, that could be straightforward, but the actual use case, so far it doesn't work for me. But where I stand for on this sort of subject. Let's give it a time. Let's give it a time.
Oh, 100%. I'm on that also. So I was never that kind of person that give it a go once and say, nah, this does not work. No, give it a time, try, test, iterate, and let the company take feedback and deliver better. So I have high expectations. I think in 4 or 5 days, Figma have this big conference, and I believe they are not hiding but they are not talking about the new features that they have been doing so far.
Mhm.
And maybe we will have an upgrade in Figma agents at that time.
Yeah, maybe they will just make a big announcement, big release, big demonstration about it. Because while I'm trying certain tasks, I'm like, it can't be this basic. There is no way. Like these guys should have something better. They either keeping it or I don't know if we talked this on in another video. I think that's the new method of releasing a product or feature. Now that's less mature.
Yes.
They tend to release things in a less mature form as opposed to be how it was. It's never 100%. We know that.
You remember we talked this subject particularly with Umut. Shout out to him in a meeting. I think he said once that it used to take a year to develop the MVP, the minimum viable product, and then release. So you used to be like 80% ready to get it done. But with all the hype in the world in general, with the AI, if we are 20%, you give it a go.
20 is I get it, but I would say like if it's 50%, if it's doing half of what they in mind,
Yeah.
I think they just deploy and then figure it out from there. So it needs to be used on mass basis. So they get probably more data diagnostic, everything, and they iterate from there. Speaking of usage,
Yes.
one thing annoying with Figma is user management and billing part.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, first of all, I don't know if it's only for me, but it changes so much.
Yeah.
Or at least I think it changes so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anybody like any organization like mid-sized company? Can you tell us like if you have, let's say, over 30 Figma users, how do you manage who has access to what and how the billing works?
Yeah. We still have hard times, which we used to teach Figma to individuals and institutions, and we use daily, actively, and we manage users as well, but still it's getting too complicated. But not only that, what about, do you know how many tokens do you have left to be used in Figma AI?
I see that while I was trying with the agents, now they have a relatively better UI. But I got the question
because I still couldn't.
You
manage.
majorly ask about the Figma Make part.
No, not Figma Make in general, because we
AI
have
usage.
AI usage, and we have something like maybe 3,000 to 4,000 credits.
So look, we have two companies. Both of them are on the Pro.
Yes.
Then there are the companies or clients that we engage, and they are Pro as well. So we don't have any free plan in anywhere, like internally, externally. We are up the paywall.
Yeah.
Right. Still, I do get requests, notifications like someone wants to edit. Or someone wants to view. We are on the same estate. We are on the same paid plan.
Yeah.
Which I genuinely couldn't make my mind how exactly it works, because we pay for a seat.
Yeah.
Then the client pays for a seat.
Yes.
And then let's say we also use the client's email access, but for certain files they still need to activate another seat.
Let me give another example, just
It's
like
like
this
tax
one.
on tax, or am I misunderstanding?
No, you're not misunderstanding. So the experience we had lately was we had two separate companies, media and agency. Agency have a seat, well, two seats. Media have two seats, and then sorry, media have one seat. So I share with you.
Media has 3 seats. Agency has more than 3 seats.
Okay, yes.
You see, like it's even confusing for us. Like I honestly just check the bill at the end of the month that comes to the email to see how much I paid actually.
It's insane. Yeah, like, because when your agency wants to give a service to your company, which the company owner owns that Figma file and the workspace, they pay a seat and you pay a seat as an agency owner. But when you want to edit, they need to pay an extra seat for you. So you are still two people, but to do one task, you need to pay 3 seats.
By the way, I think UX wise, Google does it quite well. Google Admin
You
Console.
say so.
I think. But back to Figma, slightly relevant subject. What? Okay, the user billing, maybe I don't get it. Could be.
It's a design tool at the end.
Yeah,
of the
like they keep their core proposition quite well, that I quite like, so I can deal with the billing and user management stuff. But one thing annoying is that how many days, or was it more than a week, that you get access to agents? I get it.
That's insane.
I get it. We are on the same estate,
Yeah.
on the agency, same level of plan,
2 seats, the same agency.
same version of the app. We checked all of
He
these.
had the
I don't know
agents.
if we had screenshots or something. Start to use the agents, and you were waiting for a week or
Yeah,
maybe a less or slightly more.
a week probably, not. But the funny enough, I did not have the agents on the media company as well. Like zero.
Look, that is relatively a bit makes a bit more sense.
But
Let's say they
the same
open
company doesn't make sense.
that feature to one company, but you are on the same organization, same paid plan, same file, same app version, same
Whatever the case might be.
hardware, etc. But you don't get it and I get it.
Explain this, Figma.
Some flame effect.
And
Fuming.
our plans are cancelled now.
Figma is deleted.
And
Other than that, it's
okay.
It's a good one.
Since definitely still, as I said in the beginning, it's still the leading designer app when it comes
Monopoly.
to product design. I think there's not second best. I quite like Framer, but Framer is in another territory.
It's not a Figma competitor.
No, it's another niche, and I think Framer is superior in many cases to Figma in their niche, but Figma is an absolute design tool.
Framer, I think, is a big troublemaker for Webflow.
That's correct. Because I used to use Webflow. I used to make websites in Webflow, and they had this
Yeah,
major...
Webflow is a decent, proper product and service, by the way.
But it's been a while that I did not touch Webflow. Maybe
We are
we
not
should-
much into websites anymore.
No.
That's why.
One thing more that I would like to add to this Figma gossip session is how we are still cannot be able to make a decent prototypes. The prototype features in Figma is still terrible. It's not user friendly.
You think so?
It's really easy to connect pages, but when you have an idea, it's either you need to go to Figma Make, but then only for you to show that gesture, you need to show the client the Figma Make version, because you cannot prototype and show the prototype, because a prototype session is another session versus Figma Make session, so you need to show two different. That's also. But again, I
So
told
you mean
my-
like the design to make it still fragmented? It's not like as far as if I understand correctly, your expectation to make from design to make and vice versa should be a bit more connected.
More connected. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would like to
I get
show
that,
one
yeah.
screen as if it is
That's
done.
tough, mate.
That's really tough.
That's tough.
Maybe they are not putting all their energy to there. Maybe I get that. Just because AI will take over this thing, and probably sooner or later Figma Make will catch up. And
Imagine the prototype would be renamed as Make.
as Make, yeah.
That's probably what it would happen
Mm-hmm.
eventually. But that's a tough module to build.
Yeah. And does Lovable and Figma have the same problem? Like when you make things, you cannot download them, or am I? No, you
You
can.
can download.
You can upload it to GitHub and then download it from there, maybe, or you can
How do you
literally.
mean download the
So
assets or download?
you made a simple 10 pages of static website.
Hmm.
Can you download the files in your
Yes.
computer? Okay, I never tried that.
Yeah, no, you can. You can download the assets. You can download the code. You can ask Lovable to generate like screens for download, etc. It does all of it.
What do you say about, we have right now variety of products across not only design. Figma tend to be Figma design and that's it. Now we have Buzz, slides.
What is Buzz, anyways? What
Don't
is
you know
it?
Buzz?
No, I see it. Like I probably clicked on it, but
Buzz.
I get it. But look, in summary, I don't like it, but I get it.
I like it because I use it. I think that's a terrible name. To having said that, Buzz means nothing. Everyone is asking what is Buzz. It's not to the point. I can understand Figma slides, or let's say
Self-explanatory.
yeah, Claude Code, Claude Cowork. You can understand what the context is all about, but Figma Buzz is the only naming convention that does not make any sense. So Figma Buzz is essentially for your own social media assets. Let's say you are creating content, like visual content, across Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram all at the same time. So they have different sizes. So Figma Buzz allows you to make the design in one screen, so it will automatically adapt everywhere.
Okay.
We make our carousels with Figma Buzz as well. So it's quite powerful. And let's imagine that you hire a junior and want some edits only on the text but not the design. Figma Buzz is that product that they can only type but they cannot change the design.
Should it be more of a Figma social?
Figma Social, yeah, could be a better name.
Or Figma Asset, Figma Media, something like that.
Figma Media.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
We like you, Figma.
Yeah, we have feelings for you, Figma. So, and we have high expectations at the same time.
Just make it clear how much do we pay to where.
I
Payment
don't-
party seems, by the way. they are good at charging,
Yeah.
but like
Exactly. And please, this is still a community app. Try not to go that fast to shareholder app, please. Think about the community as well.
wishful thinking. Have a nice one.
Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.